Hey guys, Andrew here. Welcome back to another video. And my best friend told me that I need to catch up on the other Mickey cartoons. I've also had a few other people tell me to catch up on the brand new Mickey cartoons. And so this is the first one, which is Shipped Out. And so let's go ahead and jump in. And already from this title screen, I already love it how it's shaped like a luggage tag or something. Yeah, it's got like a luggage tag VIP. Bon Voyage. That's cool. I love how they're doing this. It makes me think of the Disney Cruise Line, even though I've never been on a Disney cruise. But let's go ahead and start. Starting the video in 3, 2. Wait, let me double check and make sure my camera's still recording. Okay, starting the video. 3, 2, 1, click. Oh!
I told you we should have left earlier.
Oh my gosh.
One of them bottles you'd happen to drop. Grab a big bucket and mop up that slop. Well, arrivederci, y'all.
Have a great trip. Okay, Donald, let's go. Boy, I really need this vacation.
Oh, me too. Well, don't worry, because I booked us for the VIP experience. These guys will take care of everything.
That's adorable.
We just take it easy.
Oh, Mickey, you're the greatest.
Oh.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Erica, and I'll be your cruise director. I want you to just relax and leave everything to us. Okay, we should be casting off any minute. Super. Enjoy.
Oh boy, I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, Daddy like it.
Thank you, VIP experience.
Wait, you have the VIP experience? That's our all-inclusive package. It gives you access to everything the
Ooh, I
ship
love
has
this
to
music.
offer. We don't have a moment to spare.
Oh crap. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh. Oh my. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shoot. Oh! Oh!
They're killing us with fun.
Forget the VIP experience. We gotta get out of here.
There you are. Who's ready
Oh,
for
crap.
football?
Oh shoot.
I think we're safe.
Hi!
What is he?
Hope you like surprises!
Oh.
And enjoy the fireworks!
The what?
You're. Oh crap.
The ship.
Oh no! We're stranded all alone on this quiet little island.
Now this is the VIP experience.
That's adorable. Question, how are you going to get home? Okay, I absolutely adore this cartoon. I absolutely adore this cartoon. It's really cute. It's really sweet. And yeah, I absolutely really adore this cartoon. It is definitely one of my most favorite of these Disney shorts. Now this is a really interesting cartoon. It's very interesting. It kind of takes me back to it kind of takes me back to that House of Mouse episode where Mickey and Minnie wanted to go on a vacation, and so they tried to leave Donald and Daisy in charge of the club while they were gone. You could probably think, okay, this is set kind of during their vacation, like whenever they left, but no, it wasn't, because Daisy put Mickey and Minnie on a dolly and put them into a cab and sent them on their way. So this is different, but it's what comes to mind, and it's really interesting. Like, Mickey and Minnie want to go on a little vacation together, just the two of them, which is really adorable, really cute and sweet, and they just want to have a nice, relaxing vacation. Just the two of them have a nice romantic vacation, and it and it is impaired by the VIP experience, which is basically have fun with everything on board the ship. And it's really cute that they want to get away, just the two of them, and just relax. And in the end, they actually got to have that. They actually got to have that, which is really, really cute. But so let's go over a few of the different aspects of this cartoon. A really interesting thing is how this cartoon opens up with the gang being stuck in traffic, and Donald is driving the car, which looks. I mean, this is like the old style car, and this looks like the car it looks a bit similar. It's different, obviously, but it looks kind of similar to that car of Donald uses in the Donald comics, the one that has a 313, has a 313 a license plate, I think it is, or is that Mickey's cartoon, or is that Mickey's car that has a 313? I thought Donald's had 313, but anyway, I love the design for this car here. It's like the old Roadster. It's got the slanted hood, the old headlights. It's got the sloped grille, or like the radiator on the front with the little cap right here on the top of it, and typical roadster style. The rear tires are bigger than those on the front. Now, this is not exactly like a 32 Ford Roadster, because this thing is a 4-door, which is interesting. But this is like, here are the mice stuck in traffic with Goofy, Donald, and Daisy. And you have two different things here. You have Donald, who is very temperamental, very easily agitated. Daisy, who is also temperamental. She's her temper is kind of like that of Donald's, but it's not as easily agitated. Daisy is aggressive, but not exactly to Donald. And then here's Goofy in the background, just kind of singing away, and the mice are just completely annoyed. Like, they're just having to suffer this aggravation of their friends driving them to the dock. And the mice are just having to suffer being stuck in city traffic, and Goofy's just singing along, and it's like the mice are just wondering how much more of this can they possibly take before they absolutely before they absolutely crack. And they're just really excited to get away. You can't fault the characters here, because this is typical of the characters with their personalities. Donald's just being Donald, Daisy's just being Daisy, and Goofy's just being Goofy. And Pluto's also here, and it's interesting that whenever Mickey gets kind of a bit of a shock here, how his ears kind of point up on the ends. But then whenever the mice get out, and Daisy, it tells them for them to just go ahead and leave, the mice are just standing there with this comical expression, like, what kind of, like, oh my gosh, that crap is finally over with. And oh my gosh, this cruise ship again, this makes me think of the Disney Cruise Line, just in the beautiful design for the ship here. It really, really looks nice. And a really cute thing here is, as the mice is walking up these, walking up this ladderway, Minnie makes a mention that she really needs this vacation. Mickey says he does too. And, like, they're just wanting to get away, just the two of them. And then Mickey makes a mention about him registering them for the VIP experience. And Minnie perks up immediately, and, like, her flower even perks up. Okay? Yep. and it's really adorable. Like Minnie tells Mickey that he's the greatest. She's really happy for that. And I love the design for the interior of this beautiful cruise ship, for this beautiful cruise liner. It's really well done. It's really extravagantly designed. And again, I couldn't help though. I couldn't help it whenever I'm watching this. I'm thinking, let me guess, they're going to hit an iceberg, and this is going to be like Titanic. Um, and this cruise director here, I like her. I do like her. She's bubbly. She's energetic. Um, she's exuberant, and I love her design, and I especially love her personality. I love the voice as well. It really suits her. I just love how this is done. It's really well done. I love her character, and I love how that she is. And honestly, I kind of like. I kind of wish that more people had her personality. Not, killing you with kindness deal, but just, more people had just a little bit of the kindness in them, like she does, instead of walking around grumpy all the time. But the first thing that came to mind here whenever I saw this was whenever this cruise director showed up, I thought to myself that there was going to be something where she's kind of hanging around Mickey, and Minnie begins to get jealous, and maybe later throws her overboard. um, and then I saw these other guys show up, and I thought, okay, it's going to be a thing where like the guys are kind of hanging around Minnie. Mickey gets jealous. This woman's hanging around this stewardess is hanging around is hanging around Mickey. Minnie gets jealous, and that's kind of what I thought. I'm really glad that they did not go with that route. And again, it's really cute here with Mickey and Minnie just them standing there with their bags. And again, you notice there's a slight height difference with them, which is cute. And they're like the flower lays are immediately put on them, and I just now noticed something. It's really interesting. I never paid any attention before, but the characters' eyes are different. They're the pie eyes, but you notice Mickey's like the cuts in Mickey's eyes are both on the right, almost like Pac-Man. Minnie's, however, are on both the left and the right for her. And I never noticed that before. I never paid any attention to that before. I don't know if that's just for this particular cartoon, if that's just for this screen, or if that's something consistent with every single cartoon. Really interesting. Not really sure. Just have to kind of wait and see how that develops. And they're put on board the ship on the deck, and they're just supposed to relax as they depart. And again, I thought this cartoon was just going to, move along into a nice, calm thing. And the really cool thing, like, I gotta say, the one thing that I have to say that I like about this cartoon, okay, I will get to that shortly. And it's really cool that both the mice just literally melt as they just begin to relax. And another thing that I have to point out, okay, I will point out that as well a little bit later. And then Minnie makes a mention about the VIP experience. And then this woman is like, oh my gosh, you have the VIP experience. We must kill you with kindness. And immediately the mice are like, I thought this was the VIP experience. And then boom, suddenly out of nowhere, all of this stuff just begins to transpire. The mice are jettisoned through the air. Onto these surfboards. And, I have seen this on cruise ships before, where they have these little like surfing. I don't know what they're called, like a surfing experience thing. It's really cool that they went exact to that detail and actually had the mice doing that. And then they lose balance, they fall, and then they suddenly get washed through this drain pipe and through this tubular experience. And another really cool thing here is how that the mice literally were hanging on to each other for dear life. They were literally clinging to each other for dear life here. Really cool. And then they are attached to these bungee cords, and you just know this is going to be bad. You just know this is going to be bad as they're attached to these bungee cords. And it's a cartoon, so, you know, it doesn't matter if it's just one band that goes around the mice waists. And it's really interesting here whenever Mickey is falling, how how he calls out, "Mommy!" And, how whenever the mice are falling, and they fall, and they bungee a few times on this, and then it shows this really interesting scene where they're in this pool playing volleyball with this big hefty brute, and the ball is literally punched right into Mickey's face, and you see his teeth just flying out, and you see the sheer panic like on Minnie's face as her boyfriend or husband, however you want to imagine it, literally just got his face knocked in, like quite literally, and the shock on Minnie's face. And you notice again the little detail of the petals on Minnie's flower here, they just come detached. And then they have this skydiving experience. Really? They just have really, like, I've never known a ship to have a skydiving based experience like that. That's interesting. And then we see them climbing this rock thing, uh, which is extremely high above the ship itself, and we see Mickey's just hanging by Minnie's tail, and then Minnie realizes, I don't know if it's the height or she just loses her grip, but then suddenly, like, they just fall, and then they're being stuffed literally in the smorgasbord area, in the kitchen area, and then there's this swinging experience again. I mean, like, I know there's no possibility that all of this is on this ship. Like, in reality, a ship would not really have these. And then there's this dancing experience here, the show that is there. And then again, we see another shot of Mickey again, just about to get of the mice again. Here, Mickey gets his face punched in again and loses more teeth. Then the mice are just like Minnie's just standing there completely worn out, halfway to dead. Mickey just crawls up and is like, they're trying to kill us with fun. And the really interesting thing here that I liked is whenever Minnie grabbed Mickey and made the mention that they have to get out of there, and how she grabbed Mickey literally by his skin or by his fur, however you imagine it. I myself imagine skin, and she said, "We got to get out of here." And the thing that I wanted to mention before is it's interesting that both mice are wearing red. Like, Mickey was wearing red trunks, and Minnie's wearing a red tube top, like, and her swimsuit is like her purple is like her typical skirt, but it has the red bottoms underneath. And another thing that I wanted to point, I mean, so it's really cute that they're both wearing red. But another thing that I wanted to point out is it's not often that you see the characters going through these shenanigans or something like this in swimwear. It's not often that you see it. And so it's an interesting change of pace to see them, like, on board the ship, you know, engaging in these shenanigans here while wearing swimwear. It's not often that you really see it. But I really like how that at this point, like, another really nifty thing is whenever Minnie grabs Mickey, how her chest just kind of puffs out, how her back arches, and they realize. And then this right here was a screenshot of paintball, really paintball on a ship in a non-controlled environment. That's bad. And the mice realize, oh crap, we're just about to be shot with that. And so they get the heck out of Dodge, and so they dive through this porthole, and Mickey gets shot in the butt with paintballs, and then they think they're all clear, and then this woman suddenly appears below deck, and the mice realize, oh crap, we're still screwed. And, you know, it kind of been funny, like if they had a reference to Banjo-Kazooie with Boss Boombox here, and the mice are hoisted up on this parachute, hang gliding experience deal. Now, I'm pretty sure this would be featured on a ship, or I'm just assuming. And I love the artwork here for this particular scene where you have this nice sunset deal where it's showing the sun is setting. It shows the progression with the scene. The woman tells him to watch out for the fireworks. And honestly, I was waiting for there to be a hidden Mickey here with these fireworks. Like they would change, like one of them would form the Mickey icon shape. And it's interesting that the mice are they're seeing all these fireworks exploding around, and they're just waiting to get blown into bits. Now, okay, I just now noticed again, right here it shows Minnie with the pie cuts in both sides of her eyes, and either side. It shows Mickey with it here as well. So again, I'm not really sure if it's just a little, yeah, it's showing it with both. So again, I think it could possibly just change. And the mice try to unbuckle as quickly as possible, panicking, and then get blown up. Like, boom, just get blown literally out of the sky. And they fall into the ocean, wash up on this beach, or on this little, this little island, and then realize, okay, then they realize at first, we're stuck on this little island. And they see the ship sailing away. Nice sunset in the background. They're on this tiny little island. And at first they think we're screwed because at first they think we're screwed. We're stranded here. Then Mickey realizes they're alone. And so they decide to make the best of it. They have a little cheers with coconuts. And then they just relax on this. And I love this shot here. This makes me think about Runaway Brain, which is one of my personal favorite for Disney cartoons. I love how again you got this nice little, you got these toucans here in the tiki. Again, this could be a little reference to the tiki room, but you have the toucans here. They could have put Zazu there from, I think it was Zazu from The Lion King. That would have been hilarious. But again, I love the shot with the stars up on the upper top while the sun is setting in the ocean. And then they just relax, and they finally get their vacation that they want. We have a nice iris out as the mice are just relaxing on this little island together, all by themselves. And again, this is a really cute cartoon. I absolutely adore it. And I love those moments in cartoons and comics and such whenever the mice are trying to get away, just the two of them. And I think it's really cute. It's really sweet it's really adorable to see that, and I love it whenever we get to see that. And I love how that they went with the cruise thing for this, because it's not too often that we actually see the mice on a cruise. And so it was really interesting. And again, there's probably some homages to the Disney Cruise Line here, which is really adorable and really fun. Like to have Mickey and Minnie on the cruise line. It's on the Disney Cruise Line itself. And again, I love how that they did this cartoon. How at first the mice thought they were going to get just a calm experience, just a nice relaxing vacation. And then they found out, oh, we have the VIP, so we're going to like cram everything there is to do on this ship into one full day. And it might kill you, but you know what? That's totally fine. And again, I love how that the mice were put through all these shenanigans together, how they had to experience all of this stuff together, and the different aspects that showed them going through these things together. Like, again, how they were going through that tube, how they were clinging to each other, and how Minnie was looking worriedly as she and Mickey were playing volleyball, and how, like, that shock on her face as Mickey gets the volleyball to the face, and, it just concerned the crap out of her because her boyfriend just literally got a volleyball. And again, we see the mice doing all this stuff together, and I think it's really cute. I think it's really, really sweet. And again, I also love how that Minnie took charge at that one moment, and it's like, we got to get out of here. And I love how that they did that. And and like I said, it was interesting because you don't normally, there's not very many times at all whenever you see the characters in a tropical or a beach like setting for this. And by that I mean like the characters are wearing swimwear throughout the endeavor. It's not too often, and so like personally for me, I don't really think that they go on enough little trips like this together. I would love to see more of it, like them going to the beach together, things like that, going on cruises, things like that. I would love to see. I would personally love to see more of that. And again, I think it's really cool that they're on this little island, and I love the artwork style that they're going with here, and it's really cute. Again, I love this cartoon. It's very cute. It's very sweet. It's very fun, and I absolutely adore the Mickey and Minnie cartoons like this. I absolutely adore it whenever the mice get to do something together, and this was a very cute, very happy ending. And again, I absolutely love this. It's really adorable. It's really cute, and it's really sweet. And I really love what they did with this. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite of the Mickey cartoons. It's cute. It's fun, and there's a lot of stuff that just jam packed into this one short. And it's very cute, very fun to see the mice do that together. And it's kind of interesting, and it's also relatable because you know them having to have a having to be taken to the pier by Donald, Daisy, and Goofy, and like they had to endure. Like here are the mice, you know, dating or married, however you want to look at it, and they're just wanting to get away from it all together and just relax and just enjoy some time, just the two of them, and have fun. And here's Goofy, who's singing along in the back of the car. Donald, who is easily agitated, just ready to burst at just any second with the traffic. Daisy's sitting there agitated, probably because Donald is agitated. She's agitated herself. And so, like, the mice are just having to suffer this. And, like, I mean, like, you can relate to that, being stuck in a car with someone who is annoying and you just can't wait to get out of the car. Um, and again, I absolutely adore this cartoon. It's really cute, it's fun, and again, it's interesting to see them go through all that stuff on board the ship together, and this is a really cute, really fun cartoon, and I really, really adore it. And so again, Disney, everybody that worked on this cartoon, thank you all so much for this cartoon. I absolutely adore seeing these Mickey and Minnie cartoons, and I love seeing the mice do things together like this. It's really cute, it's really fun. Please make more of these. But again, thank you all so much for working on this cartoon. Thank you so much for this cartoon. Thank you to everybody involved with this cartoon. Again, it's really fun, it's cute, it's sweet, and it's jam packed with so much going on. Again, really cute, really fun. Thank you all so much for this cartoon. Absolutely love it. I love these Disney cartoons in a general. Thank you for bringing these cartoons back again. Thank you to everybody that worked on this cartoon. Thank you so much. And also to my best friend, thank you for sending me the link to this cartoon, reminding me that this cartoon was out. Thank you again as well. I really, really appreciate it. Also, hope everybody enjoyed. And also, thank you to everybody that kept telling me, dude, check out the cartoon. It's out. Check it out. Again, thank you all so much as well. And thank you all again for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed. And hopefully, I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Take care.